If you are born in the 90s in a city, there is a chance that you have seen circus in your childhood. And for those who are young Indians, let me tell you that circus was an integral part of entertainment when there was no craze of social media. Circuses traveled across cities and towns, enchanting young and old alike with death-defying stunts and spectacular performances. Their acts consisted of jaw-dropping gymnastics, jugglery, and humorous performances of clowns. Some of the circuses also had wild animals like tigers, lions, elephants, and even seals, whom they trained to perform stunts. The craze of circus was so high that at one point of time there were almost 300 circus companies all over India. Hello friends and welcome to VR Research, where we talk about business case studies, industry analysis and social aspects. In this video, we will take a nostalgic trip down the memory lane to analyze the almost forgotten industry of Indian circuses. We will first look into the golden era of Indian circus, then we will discuss the cause of its downfall. Lastly, we will see how this industry is performing today. India witnessed its first circus in 1879 when Giuseppe Chiarini toured with his Royal Italian Circus. While the circus was performing in Mumbai, Kolhapuri Prince Balasaheb Patwardhan went to visit the show. His horse attendant Vishnupant Chhatre also accompanied him. After seeing the stunts, Chhatre declared that even he can perform the same acts. Chiarini challenged him to master the stunts within 6 months, but Chhatre mastered those within just 3 months. Upon winning the bet, Chhatre bought some equipment from Chiarini and started India's first circus, Great Indian Circus, in 1880. His troupe performed all over India and also in countries like Sri Lanka, Singapore, Kuala Lumpur, Jakarta and Japan. Before Chhatre's death in 1905, he handed over its ownership to his brother, who renamed the circus to Kardlekar Grand Circus. However, due to lack of proper management, Kardlekar Grand Circus closed down in 1935. Chhatre's fearless vision encouraged a Bengali named Priyanath Bose. Coming from a family of artists, Priyanath was an expert juggler, horse rider, and a gymnast. It was the late 1880s and the Swadeshi movement was going on. Priyanath was an organizer of Hindu Mela in Kolkata, where Bharatiya products were sold and promoted. The entrepreneurial mind of Priyanath wanted to prove that Bengalis are brave, and in 1887 he established the first Indian circus consisting of all Bengali troupe. The name was Great Bengal Circus. Priyanath bribed other circus companies' employees to access their equipment. He took measurements and manufactured those himself for his team. His father did not like his affection towards circus and did not help with money. But that did not stop Priyanath from following his dream project. Priyanath asked for financial help from his other family members and friends and then left home. The Great Bengal Circus kept touring in zamindar places in undivided Bengal. The stunts and performances were well appreciated. Sometimes the zamindars gifted him animals like tigers and horses to increase the team's strength. With the profits, Priyanath bought more animals, gallery furniture, tents, etc. Soon the troupe became famous and was invited from multiple places. In 1899, the Great Bengal Circus did its first public performance in Maidan, Kolkata. The troupe also toured outside India and performed in Myanmar, Singapore, Java and Malaysia. One attraction of Priyanath's team was the female artists. It was surprising to see Bengali women like Shushila and Nadia wearing costumes and taming wild animals like lions and tigers. Priyanath also wanted to inspire Indians with the performances. One of the stunts was performed by Mrinmoyi, who rode lion. This act was to remind the Indians about glorious Mother India. Till 1912, the troupe performed in Kolkata each winter. In 1920, Priyanath passed away due to jaundice while he was on tour in Singapore. Soon after, due to lack of proper management and lack of profit, the Great Bengal Circus stopped operating. The southern states of India were also not far behind. Chhatre also inspired a Keralite named Kilari Kunji Kannan, who started to give trainings of gymnastics and martial arts to those who wanted to enter the circus business. In 1904, Kilari's student Pariyali Kannan started Kerala's first circus, Malabar Grand, but due to different reasons, it stopped operating in 1906. Hilari's another student, Gemini Shankaran, started Gemini Circus in 1951. Hilari's students founded many circuses all over India, like Whiteway Circus, Fairy Circus, Great Raymond Circus, Eastern Circus, Oriental Circus, Kamala Three Ring Circus, Great Bombay Circus, and Great Lawn Circus. Just like any other business, circus business were often sold. Madhuskar Circus was bought by Narayan Rao, who renamed it to Great Royal Circus. Baburao Kadam started Grand Bombay Circus in 1920. K. Kunhi Kannan started Whiteway Circus in 1922. These two circuses, along with Hind Lion Circus, merged into the Great Bombay Circus in 1947, and it is still operating after COVID. Along with circuses, some interesting careers emerged. One such career is circus animal trainers. One of the pioneers in this work is Damu Dhotre, a Marathi man born in 1902 who was inspired from Chhatre's work. Damu's talent was so famous that he was recruited by American circus company, the Ringling Brothers, Barnum and Bailey Circus. The US Army also used his talent to raise funds for the Second World War. While the business of Indian circuses was so glamorous, there has also been a dark side. Many circuses abused animals and exploited child artists. The business of circus also affected the laws related to animals because often animals got hurt while performing stunts and they were not taken care of properly. The Prevention of Cruelty to Animals Act 1960 mandated that whenever animals were used for entertainment purposes, the owners need to take care of their well-being. As time passed by, different NGOs and zoo authorities raised voices and the laws became stricter. By 2001, circuses were banned from using tigers, lions, monkeys, panthers and bears. However, the circuses adapted and brought new performing animals like sea lions, birds, dogs and cats of different breeds. Elephants were also allowed before 2016. However, from 2017, the ministry has banned use of all animals in circuses. Though this has ruptured the Indian circus industry, the decision was taken from an ethical standpoint. The circuses often forced the animals to breed in order to increase team quantity. While physical tortures like poking and hitting during stunts were common, sometimes they were made to perform dangerous and illegal stunts to please the spectators. Injured animals were not treated properly and were forced to perform. Corruption was also common when it came to feeding the animals. Some personnel who had the responsibility of feeding the animals often stole those foods to sell outside or just neglected their task by not feeding them regularly. As most circuses have been a winter-only event in India, these animals had to spend time inside small cages in unhealthy environment. All these inspections were revealed by PETA in 2013 when elephants were still allowed. Many horses, donkeys, elephants, dogs, camels and birds died prematurely due to all these different reasons. Unfortunately, there are no proper records of how many of these animals died. But as much inspection is done, one elephant died in 2005, one elephant died in 2011 and two elephants died in 2013. As per the law, the circus authorities need to get death certificates of the deceased animals, which they often don't. On top of that, Some corrupted personers cut and sell ivories and fur of dead animals, which is also banned in India as per Wildlife Protection Act 1972. It is true that normal audiences like us probably never knew or even thought about such distress of the circus animals while enjoying the grandeur. However, the next challenge has been to accommodate these freed animals. Usually, circus authorities caught the animals in their young age as cubs. In circus environment, they were programmed to live in particular life, and thus they often fail to develop survival skills that are needed to live in the wilderness. It has been seen that the freed animals that are sent to the forest often fail to survive or even become easy target to poaching. Owner of the Rambo Circus, Sujit, once regretfully told in an interview that after the ban was imposed, the animals were forcefully taken and the ringmasters were not given a chance to teach the animals survival skills, which resulted in untimely death of many freed animals. Now, in most cases, different zoos and sanctuaries across the country accommodate these freed animals and offer them a safe haven. Just like animal abuse, another issue in the circus industry was child labor. Similar to the animals, children artists were also forced to perform and not given liberty. These child artists did not live their childhood like normal children because they did not get an opportunity to get proper education as well as other juvenile entertainment. As you know, during foreign rule and even after independence, India's economy plummeted and poverty was high for a long time. This was a major reason why some parents sold their children to circus companies in hopes of them getting daily food. Human trafficking was another way some of the circus companies got child laborers. The children were often deprived of basic food and treatment, let alone giving proper remuneration. While most of these children lived a life full of misery, the girl children suffered the most. During Kailash Satyarthi's Bachpan Bachao Andolan, it was revealed that minor girls were often kept captive and were sexually abused by the circus personnel and even the owners. Some of these circuses were Apollo Circus and Great Roman Circus. Though there were legislations like the Child Labor Act 1986 and Juvenile Justice Act 2006, all these criminal instances were hidden under plain sight until Kailash Satyarthi's team shed light on these. Along with taking proper legal actions against these people, the law banned circuses to use child artists from 2011. After this ban, different NGOs are still helping the child artists to get back into mainstream of the society. With these bans on animals and child artists, the Indian circus business have now become a mere shadow of its past glory. Many circuses were famous for the stunts performed by animals. But after the ban of animal using, they lost crowd interest. The animal trainers also lost their jobs. With the ban on child artists, the circuses lost talents and now struggle to get new talents. Gymnastics is the main training for these children, but very few children take it seriously. Those who take it seriously are naturally more interested to go for competitive platforms like Olympics instead of becoming circus entertainers. Most performers in today's circuses are in their late 20s or even 30s, and they often incur serious injuries while performing, leading to end of their careers. It seems like starting a circus business in today's time will be a bad decision. As you can understand, taking proper decisions in life is important for your life success, and that's why I have brought my decision making course. If you can make fast decisions based on critical analysis, you can save time and energy. It will avoid confusion and build up your personality. In this course, you will know 13 ways to make decisions properly and also an easy blueprint to take big decisions easily. Contact for scheduling individual or group classes. Some of the circuses that are operating in 2020s are Rambo Circus, Ajanta Circus, Jumbo Circus, Great Indian Circus and Great Bombay Circus. However, their audience count has come down to just 30% of what it was 15 years ago. Some of these circuses have stopped using tent and are only doing private shows in auditoriums where they show their talents of gymnasts and comedy. One of the success stories in the post-COVID era is that of Rambo's. In 2020, the circus went online. Surprisingly, they sold 60,000 plus tickets and did 34 shows, which earned them 21 lakh rupees. While it sounded like a high amount, it is not actually that much because the circus had 80 plus crews plus other variable costs. Still, we can say that the business has found a way to sustain. The circuses often seek help from the government and charity to keep the ancient form of entertainment alive. As per Rambo's owner Sujit Dilip, if the government can help the Indian circuses with aerodynamical equipment and suitable technologies, these troops can perform world-class creative stunts on the global platforms like International Circus Festival. We can say that such investments can be fruitful because many national and international talent shows and dance platforms encourage gymnastics and stunts. So this can be an opportunity to earn recognition as well as money. But to make this a reality, we need to first create new talents by encouraging children to learn gymnastics from an early age so that they can develop a flexible body suitable to perform stunts even when they grow older. Different technology like holograms can be used to bring back the animals into the circuses. This option is being explored by Ajanta Circus as told by owner Rahul Hawk. The top two lessons we can learn from the circus business is that some businesses are highly dependent on legislations and without proper management, it can't sustain. The most important task of a business owner is to remain optimistic and also to find out new opportunities. In today's fast-paced world, circus is truly a dying art. But the crowd and government can help this industry so that the young generation can also get a chance to be awestruck while watching the live performances and stunts. With this being said, we are concluding this video. If you found value in this video, please support us by liking and subscribing. Let us know if you have any questions. Comment down below what topics you want us to cover. We will make videos on the topic. Thanks and see you again next time.